Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Morovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat kepa, graduate, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba.
Good morning to everybody.
You made it or you bought it?
The last one. Then you just go back like it's easier when I roll it's really strong. And then you can move around. They don't have to carry it. And then they can carry your supplies and everything up. I will send you the information. You can send it will be easier. I think you know what it's like.
No amount of alleged human sacrifice, ritual, and money can prevent him and a coalition of his organization, Coalition of Democratic Change, from leaving office. We want President Weah to know that no amount of human sacrifice and money can help in this election. These were potential voters in Montserrado County. Our foundation will continue to work on this issue and applauds the work of this committee and its members. We hope this hearing will shed a bright light on a very dark issue plaguing many African countries, and especially Liberia, who experience this despicable crime against humanity during war and in peace, yet it doesn't stop. These involved need to be exposed and prosecuted for these heinous crimes. The killing must stop, and we hope that your legislation can affect change and stop the madness once and for all. So we hope that you can codify your recommendations into law and make this become a publicly known issue. And our foundation will continue to work with you and this committee in seeking justice and accountability for the victims of these horrific crimes.
Dwight, thank you so very much for all of you.
No amount of alleged human sacrifice, ritual, and money can prevent him and a coalition of his organization, Coalition of Democratic Change, from leaving office. We want President Weah to know that no amount of human sacrifice and money can help in this election. These were potential voters in Montserrado County. Our foundation will continue to work on this issue and applauds the work of this committee and its members. We hope this hearing will shed a bright light on a very dark issue plaguing many African countries, and especially Liberia, who experience this despicable crime against humanity during war and in peace, yet it doesn't stop. These involved need to be exposed and prosecuted for these heinous crimes. The killing must stop, and we hope that your legislation can affect change and stop the madness once and for all. So we hope that you can codify your recommendations into law and make this become a publicly known issue. and our foundation will continue to work with you and this committee in seeking justice and accountability for the victims of these horrific crimes.
Dr. White, thank you so very much for all of your past work, which has led to so many.
The same problems continue under the current President George Manawiya administration, and unlike Sirleaf, there were no insiders reporting on her direct involvement with ritual killings. However, we've received information that the current administration has been linked to the ritual killing of children. Sources advise us that the police are only allowed to investigate these matters in a conspicuous or very superficial manner, as not to get too close involved. Also, because of the high-level links to the government, it is taboo to say anything about it, otherwise you could be the next victim. One of the most notable allegations of ritualistic killings involved mysterious disappearance of 3 young men who were hired by a proprietor of the St. Moses Funeral Parlor to undertake a task in Bong County. On 17 October 2020, Robert Blamo, Siafa Boima, and Bobby Binkwe were reported drowned in a river in Fuama District, Lower Bong County, when a canoe that they were allegedly riding capsized while returning to their homes. They were hired to do a piece of work, small piece of work called a piece of job, by a mining company owned and operated by Mr. Moses Asso. He was the owner of the St. Moses Funeral Parlor, and his partner, Mr. Abraham S. Manuels. It was reported that Mr. Abuaso that the 3 young men were drowned. The bodies were retrieved by him and never returned to the parents. He has close ties to the president and the government of Liberia, and through the Ministry of Justice, who he has contacts with, they have failed to provide an update or release the outcome of the investigation or a report on the circumstances that led to the conclusion they drowned. Why didn't they release the bodies? The aggrieved families believe their children are being kept in a sacred place to be used for alleged ritualistic purposes. The family members sought the assistance of the international community, including the U.S. Embassy and the United Nations. As a result, on December 10, 2021, the United Nations issued a public statement. A human rights expert today called on the Liberian government to promptly investigate a series of killings that have occurred this year, some of which have been reported to link to ritual practices. At least 10 people have been killed in unclear circumstances in 2021, including 5 in September, reportedly with suspected link to ritualistic practices or political motivations. According to the information received by the Special Rapporteur, Morris Tinball Bentz, 3 of the most recent victims were either former officials or had links to high-profile former politicians. Even a recent death of some girls involved in a political campaign held by the president's party, CDC, sparked outrage by the citizens, and allegations of their death were done for ritualistic readings. The local headlines in a local newspaper said, Liberia, citizens to President Weah. No ritual can help you from leaving office after the election.
This is Spoon TV, Sylvester Churuplace Mane. We want to break you the conditions that supporters of the United Party are going through right here on Lane Street, going towards ATS. So this is Tycoon TV, Sylvester Chiro Place Money. We are on Lane Street, where supporters of the Youth Party are now making their way out of the ATS to Central Monrovia. So just supporters in the thousands have now started leaving the ATS, walking into the water that you see here, making their way out. Perhaps we'll be talking to some of them exactly how they feel about this weather. All right.
We are here, we are telling you guys that President Williams is a voting president. Let me tell you something. You voted for President Williams with our heart. You voted for him with our fire and soul. Don't tell the judge. Don't tell the government. See how we are living.
Let me begin by the standing sympathy to all nations experiencing loss of life. May the souls of all the faithful departed rest in perfect peace. I'm honored to address the 78th sessions of the United Nations General Assembly on behalf of the government and people of the Republic of Liberia. I congratulate His Excellency Mr. Dennis Francis on his election as President of the 78th sections of the United Nations General Assembly, trusting that he will bring his word of experience to bear on the work of this August Assembly. I wish to assure him my delegation's further support as he steers the work of this Assembly successfully in fulfillment of the expectation and confident repose in him. Let me use the occasion to congratulate the predecessor, His Excellency Saba Korosi, for the capable manner in which he administered the affairs of the 77th session of this General Assembly. Let me also commend His Excellency Mr. Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations, for the astute manner in which he continues to administer the affairs of the United Nations in these difficult and challenging times. His foresight, commitment, and dedication have kept the United Nations firmly on course. Mr. President, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, we have convened at a time when the world is faced with many challenges: security, social, economic, political, and natural disasters. We must exert our collective efforts to confront these challenges with a view of resolving them in order to have a safer, secure, and prosperous future. We must continue to promote global solidarity and rebuild trust in accelerating progress on the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. The SDGs, by design, require bilateral and multilateral collaborations to achieve the result we seek. The theme of this year's debate, rebuilding trust, reuniting global solidarity, accelerating actions on the 2030 Agenda and its SDGs towards peace, prosperity, progress, and sustainability for all, adequately captured our current global demands. There is a critical need to ensure that development assistance is aligned with SDG projects. That is why my delegation welcomes and supports the Secretary General agenda for actions to accelerate the implementation of existing agreements, including the Sustainable Development Goals, and to re-embrace global solidarity and find new ways to work together for the common good of mankind. As the world deals with unprecedented global political and security challenges, there are growing concerns about the proliferations of non-state armed actors, threats of nuclear escalation, and extreme climate conditions. These challenges continue to serve as obstacles to our quest for a safe and peaceful world. Reaching the 2030 vision is to ensure that the journey is secure through accountability and mutual understanding. Liberia is committed to the 2030 Agenda and the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. They are in line with our flagship National Development Plan, the Pro Agenda for Prosperity and Development, which represents our resolve to achieve peace and prosperity while addressing the structural impediments to economic growth and national development. Mr. President, the slowdown in global economic growth continues to be a challenge. Over the past 12 months, Liberia has made progress in areas ranging from health to education, gender equality, and infrastructure development. We are proud of our achievements in reducing maternal mortality rates, increasing gender parity in school enrollment, and elevating our overall health and well-being. Liberia appreciates the fact that this august body has once again directed its attention to issues of global health, as demonstrated by the number of high-level meetings to keep these critical issues on our collective agenda. Mr. President, we emphasize unity of purpose as we address challenges aimed at providing basic services to all peoples. Considering that more than 60% of Liberia's population comprises of youth, the future of our nation rests on their shoulders. Understanding this immense responsibility, we are committed to continue paving the way for their growth and development. Being cognizant that structural transformation drives prosperity, we are focused on infrastructure development with roads and energy playing a critical part. Thanks to the support of our many partners, we remain unwavering in our commitment to explore means to further the implementations of the Sustainable Development Goals as it represents the roadmap towards prosperity. I support Secretary General Antonio Guterres' proposed SDG stimulus plan and call for the actualizations of the
about this weather. All right.
We are here. We are telling you guys that President Williams is a working president. Let me tell you something. He voted for President Williams and our whole heart. He voted for him with our fire and soul. Don't tell them trust. Don't tell them comment. See how we are living.
So supporters are in at thousands and now leaving the ATS. Leaving ATS by thousands of people always. Yeah, so how do you feel today? What do you feel? Yeah. That's why, how do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel today? Walking into the water. How do you feel walking into the water for you now?
Thank you so much. Today, you live with me. I want you to But see the amount of people that come out today to go the massive show. To the support and support your partner. And indeed, and the people are support.
To this August assembly, we inform you of a peaceful democratic transition that has just taken place in Liberia. With your support,
about this weather. About this weather. All right.
We are here. We are telling you guys that President Williams is a working president.
and
Okay, folks, we want to say welcome to another edition of the program tonight, the late night show, the late night politics on Spoon. I want to say thanks to you for joining us tonight. My name is Nelson Colette, and we're live on Spoon TV. We're live on Fabric TV. We're live on Super TV as well. And we are also live on sorry for that. I gotta do this adjustment. So we're also live on YouTube at Spoon Talk Live. I want to say welcome to the program. This is the show that creates the space for everyone to have their say on the different issues of national concerns, regardless of your political views, regardless of where you stand politically, what your views are on the national issues. You get to have the opportunity here to share those views, and the conversation is open to everyone. We encourage especially the females to come on and participate on the program every other time, and we want to say welcome to the show again. um as we do usually, I am going to be posting the link in the comment section. So if you're out there, you want to come on live, you want to join the show tonight, all you have to do is to click on the link in the comment section, and you'll be able to come on as we talk about Liberia's issues tonight. So again, welcome to the program. I'm also asking you to share the platform as you come on. I'm asking you to share the show as well, so we have a great conversation here tonight. So let me just go across and bring in the folks who are already here. I see Councillor Tiawon Gonglo is represented here by Vakabina Toure. Let me say welcome to the show, Toure. Okay, though you're muted, but I see you've already started talking. Though you are muted, and I'm not hearing anything you say.
Sorry about that, Nelson. Like I said, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to always be here, man. Always be here with you, brother. I enjoy my time on this platform, especially with you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, and I appreciate that. You know, I saw you with the African. What's the name of that hat?
This hat is called Kufi.
Kufi.
Yeah.
You know, so I see you with Kufi. It reminds me of my guy. How do you call him? Moba, right? Moba is always coming up with this the red one. Moba says he wants to get the green, blue, yellow, and all these different colors.
I actually got multiples, but I just don't wear them. I wear them usually on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I want to say thank you, and I think it looks
Prama
good on
Chief.
you.
Mela Prama Chief now.
So you coming again? You coming again, Sylvester, with serious issue. But let me say welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us, Sandy. Thanks for joining us as well.
What's up?
Yeah, how
you doing, gentlemen?
I'm bad. And you?
Yeah.
Sandy, we're good, man. We're good. Uncle Sylvester, good. Yeah. What's up with you?
Yeah, not bad, man. Thank God for life.
Yes.
So I see what Rescue Bazooka is that the name you have?
Oh well.
So are we going to war or what?
They know when that Nelson was on the team for a long time.
Nelson, what is this funeral music playing in the background?
Funeral music?
Yeah.
Not from your end,
no,
we don't play funeral
Huh?
music here, so you gotta check exactly.
Oh, you know I have spoon on today. The spoon still playing.
Big you.
Hey.
We're talking about
So,
funeral.
to way behind.
I'm
We're not
behind.
playing
You
funeral
way
music.
behind.
But wait, I know
Oh, hearing the funeral music
Nelson
from my
been
end.
flirting with the idea that my uncle was going that way. But
Listen.
you always be in denial. Always be in
Listen.
denial.
Listen.
Nelson wasn't flirting. You notice that?
Listen, Ture,
Yeah.
I read between the lines.
Look at.
At some point, from the way Sylvester will analyze, the way he will, sometimes he will try to appear to be a little more objective. He will hit on the UP a bit, and then you see everybody coming at him. But 90 out of 100 times, Sylvester will always talk the beautiful things about the Unity Party. And I started to suspect him. I said to myself that, look, Sylvester is going the UP way, but I got to give him a chance to come out. And a couple of nights ago, he came out. He pledged his support to the Unity Party, and he was warmly welcomed by all the Unity partisans on set, which I thought is a good thing for people to express how they feel about the process, where they want to go.
Totally agree.
I'm hopeful that Cindy will win someone over as he comes on the platform every time. To Mr. Kumis, I'm hopeful that even you, Ture, you'll win someone over, to Councillor Tiawan Gonglo. Though we have this video of Councillor Gonglo, and for every time I look at this video, I'm asking myself as to whether Councillor Gonglo's campaign is really getting that momentum. I'm asking myself as to whether
I drive it right beyond Broom disrespect. Broom having
Now see the beginning. I see the I don't know what happened yet. I don't even know what happened.
Broom riding again.
You heard that begin?
Just riding you. I drive it right beyond Broom disrespect.
That's it. Listen to the beginning.
For every time I look at this video, I'm asking myself, who was Councillor Tiawan Gonglo waving at? Those people he was waving to. And why the people not waving back? And with all this, no, Ture, you are not interrupting. With all this, Ture will come up on this platform and say, because Tiawan Gonglo will get 75% of the total number of votes. And I'm thinking, can what we're seeing here? I mean, guys, look at
I drive it right beyond Broom disrespect. Broom having riding.
But Nelson, I think it was just yesterday I saw some photos on Facebook with some girls calling themselves the Broom Daughters. So I think they are building up some momentum because I saw some pictures.
No, Nancy.
I'm a millionaire again for your campaign.
No, Nancy. When I think I in the background, I want to listen to the background. The people say, but what is really happening here to this?
What is happening here?
The funniest part of that video for me is Broom O'Reilly again. Slow down.
Also, Nelson, I have
listen, Ture gotta be careful. No, Rudolph are coming. Ture gotta be careful because if Ture starts to laugh with this video, he's gonna be someone tomorrow morning. Because I won't go to someone Ture, and you have to give reason why he's looking at this video and he's laughing. Look, if anybody will laugh, it should not be you, Ture.
Look.
I read here in distress beyond Broom. I read here in distress beyond Broom. I said, oh.
Bro, we have to find humor in everything in life. Okay?
Yeah.
But look, that right there, it was funny. It really was. I mean, especially the commentary behind the video, right? I mean, it was really, really funny. I mean, you really have to.
We'll go to our real talking point. They want talking colloquia. We'll go to our real talking point tonight. But you still stand by that 75% vote you talked about for Councillor Tiawan Gonglo. You said you will win first round 75%, right?
Nelson. Rumble in the jungle. Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. So long, Muhammad Ali was out of boxing for 3 years.
Man,
I'm just telling you, brother. My
You
man,
won't waste our time.
once
Today.
you're in a competition, you have a punch your chance, bro.
So you all
I'm
get
telling you, look,
75% of the vote.
you have
Councillor
a punch your
Gongo.
chance.
But
Somebody could wake up
Dre,
tomorrow morning and say, you know what?
Dre,
I'm tired with the all startup court.
Dre, if you are
I
making
want a
that
new
kind of
vision.
comparison, then why you say 75%? If you're comparing the kind of like battle match you're talking about.
Bro, you have to understand when Obama
But let's
came
start the show.
when Obama came in the election, people say, oh, the man came in late. You know, and the men are going against, hold on, wait. The men are going, Prince, I know you want coming. The men are going against a veteran.
Forget Obama. I beg you.
John
I beg
McCain, may
you.
God rest his
Forget
soul.
completely Obama.
Obama
Forget
obliterated
about
John
Muhammad
McCain, brother.
Ali. Forget about Obama. Let's come to Tiawan Congo. You really think the people will get that 75% you're talking about? 75% of the vote?
Man, you know, Nelson. In literature, we got something called hyperbole. And it's exaggeration for expensive or comic effect. That's what the man using it. It's just 75%. That hyperbole. So,
Anyway, you want to subtract 70 from that 75 and tell us? I'm not good at math though. You know, Anyway, that is just to start the show, guys. I want to say welcome.
Nancy is supposed to exhibit of total neutrality on this platform. Nancy.
man, Friday,
Allow us.
Friday, Bloom on launch again. Bloom on launch again on Friday.
But guys, I want to say welcome to the show. Don't mind me. We just thought to start the show up that way. Our brother Toure here is very passionate about Councillor Tiawan Gonglo's
Yeah, man.
LPP. And Toure makes up time every time to be here because he believes in this. And I think that's what democracy calls for. We should all express ourselves. And Toure is at liberty to say that Councillor Tiawan Gonglo will get even up to 80%. Cindy is on the other hand saying that Councillor Kumis, no, Mr. Kumis. Mr. Cummings will get.
That's not bad, man.
No, Mr. Cummings will get some percentage, but he says after the first round, he doesn't believe
we are going to the second round with 45%.
45%.
The second round, we are beating.
So where
Ambassador
Mr. Cummings will take that 45% from?
From Liberian people.
We part of the country.
Atlanta. He's taking it from Atlanta.
People.
He's coming from Atlanta.
From Georgia.
If we can do it one at a time tonight.
Atlanta.
No, but it's serious, man. You got your anyway. The thing I want to
stop buying into that base thing. Joseph is that local and Nima. Stop buying to it. Liberia will be shared like a meat. We are sharing like
true.
No, but Sandy, let's tussle. We can't start the show officially, but let's tussle.
Yeah.
Even the people that can go to school when you go into university or college, you can get major, you get minor. And they get plenty process in a university or college.
Yes.
But you not get major, you not get minor. You not get strong.
The program say
how you attending the college or university when you not get major?
Nelson, the program say doing general studies. Coming doing general studies.
You can't equate that analysis to what we're discussing. It's not a major or minor issue here.
Okay, sir.
Liberia will be divided.
No, that's not true.
Vote. So first, let me have my time now. The interruption got to end.
Who gave time?
The man
No, I asked the man. I asked the man.
Since you came out, you reveal your life as a quote-unquote UP supporter. You just been interrupting. Go back to the Sylvester. We know they show you.
No, on the rescue train, I beg you.
but again, it's great to start the show this way. It's great to start the show this way. I want to say thanks to everyone. It's good that we're here. Let me say welcome to my co-moderator, Moba Zoka. It's great to have you here, brother. And let me say thanks to you guys for holding the ground. Last evening on the last edition of the show, I had some serious issues with my network. I went off. In fact, at some point, I lost total control of the show. And I must say thanks to you guys who were here trying to hold the ground and making sure that our people were served. So a lot of people kept following even after I came back on. That speaks to the fact that our ardent followers, the people who make up time to watch the show every night,
Right.
in the comment section, they're making that contribution. You know, they are committed to this, and we appreciate them for that from the depth of our hearts. And I want to say thank you for joining us. So lots of things happening in the country. A lot of you followed or you read through the Allen White, testimony, and uh, at the Congress, and of course, aside from that, President George Weah addressed the 78th United Nations General Assembly today as well. There were a couple of things he talked about, and I think almost everyone on set have listened to the president's message today. Um, we're gonna share our thoughts on that. And then you didn't follow, right, Ture?
Nope, nope, I did not.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I did not,
okay.
bro.
So we're gonna share our thoughts on it. But Eston, let me say welcome. It's been a while since you joined us here. I want to say
My
welcome.
greatest
Thanks for
pleasure.
yeah.
Elton, you are still independent, my man. You don't find your side yet.
Well, independent opposition. Don't omit the latter part of the name. It says independent opposition. So we were just like kind of like saying a lot of comical thing about Councillor Gonglo, but in all honesty, I'm an ardent follower of Councillor Gonglo. He's a good man. He will make a
Hey,
great candidate. I mean,
Councilman.
really way better than
That's
most
easy
people.
to it. Got somebody now. They are two.
No,
Nelson,
Mura
no,
independent from them.
I was
Nelson,
speaking
the
on
way they
Mr.
on the
Thomas,
video.
Mr. Gonglo, Ambassador Bwaka, so I'm opposition to the core.
But Esther, not my
Okay.
man. Esther understands.
Thank you, gentlemen. And Moba, let me say welcome. Moba, you want to open up with anything on your mind quickly?
Well, already on my mind today was the voting registration, to put to put a list up. But I think somebody from the office make a call and then get some clarification. You guys went there. I don't know how far it is, but I think tomorrow you guys will better. CEO then will better explain that on the show. And more. And the second thing is about the new voters. Yeah,
First
they
time
want
voters.
the first time voters. And
Okay.
I would like to talk to them today at least during my maybe anytime you give me when I talk closing, I will try to talk to them to elect their mind to do that to choose wisely. You need to choose somebody based on to go play NAFO football, you go lapa, you go play dancing competition or all the things. Is that why you vote people? You vote people for what they will give you when they are elected as president. What they employ you, give you better education in the left. You desire to live your resources that you sort of enjoy. Don't vote somebody in power because you feel they may play football before, they may open dancing competition. Then you go there, then you say, oh yeah, they may pay wire fee, but he take almost 300-400 from your parents or salary. So I would really want to talk on that today. As anytime the time being afforded to me,
Okay.
I will try to talk on it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Moba. And I think that's a very important point. So I just like us to start from there because I'm trying to get. I'm still preparing the video from the president's message today. If I can get it coming through in time, then we will just play the audio, and then we'll take off the show from there. But this issue with the voter roll is something that is very important. It's something that Liberians are concerned about. Let me bring in the only female we have here today. It's like she's not looking. So let me make sure
You
she's
went back.
ready before I bring her on. And so Liberians are concerned about this. You listen to Senator Dillon today when he spoke on that issue that the National Elections Commission promised them. Now, all of what we're talking about here with respect to this voter roll being available and so forth. This is not something that the political parties or those different actors are just requesting from the blue sky. This is something that should be available 30 days, 30 days before the conduct of election. That people should know exactly how many persons do we have at this particular center, how many persons register here. Um, at this particular, all of those different details are supposed to be available. And the reason why even the constitution calls for that is because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that if there's an error, if John Brown registered at this particular center, for example, and um maybe the voter roll came up and the man checked there, he's not seeing his name or whatever, then of course, whatever issue is, it can be rectified ahead of time. That's why the time frame. But we are less than 20 days to the conduct of the election in the country, and this is not available. And so today, in fact, earlier on, Senator DeLon raised a serious issue that, look, if the National Elections Commission cannot live up to the promise made to Senator DeLon, that on the tomorrow they were going to make that voter roll, available. Then he was going to, by Friday, put people out there. They were going to go to the National Elections Commission on 12th Street and demand NEC to make this available, because he thinks, in the words of Senator DeLon, that this is very important to the entire process. If the election should be free, fair, and transparent, it's not just about the voting day itself. It's about all the different activities leading to October 10th, for example. That's what will, those are the things that will be used to be able to maybe determine as to whether the election were free, fair, and transparent. So Senator DeLon made that disclosure on the show. In no time, the director of the data center called in and he tried providing clarity that, in fact, they are working. It's not a situation where the National Elections Commission is just sitting supinely and doing nothing about what is going on. They are working. That, in fact, he was at work as he was calling on the show. He was at work, so we thought to go there. And some of you watched the live video. We got there, and indeed, the folks are working. The data center is busy right now as we speak. They are printing. They are printing. I took a look at some of the documents that they've printed for some counties. For example, I saw some for Nimba County, for some portion of Nimba County. He said they are done with 8 counties so far. So it means that whichever way you pull it, the National Elections Commission has failed when it comes to making this voter roll available in time. And there was a point when he spoke of resources that the NEC acts or operates in what the NEC receives. For example, you want to print T-shirts. You don't get money here to print T-shirt, but if the government provides a certain amount of the budget that is needed, you get that money and then you go use it to print T-shirts. So they've been operating in what they receive. But this is something that has to do with our electoral process. And so he said by Tuesday, they're going to get completed. They're going to get done with the printing process. He did not state exactly when the voter roll will be available to the public or to the different political parties, the different actors. No, he said he couldn't speak to that because he doesn't want to say something that they wouldn't be able to live up to. But he was sure that they will be done with the printing process on Tuesday. So today is Thursday, right? We're already in Thursday here in Liberia. So let's assume today is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday. Today is the 21st of September. So you'll be talking about the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. So what the director of the data center is telling us is that they will get done with the printing by the 26th of September. Mind you, election is October 10th. But by September 26th, they will just get done with the printing. And then, following that, they will decide when to give a soft copy of that document to the different actors. So it's not clear. So it could be next week, Wednesday, it could be next week, Thursday, it could be next week, Friday, Saturday, or it could even be October 6th or October 9th, whichever day. But he said they will give it, they will make it available. But what does this say about our process? From the legal aspect, he said the legal department can speak to that, but it's glaring that NEC has failed to live up with the time frame. NEC is operating now in an at a very fast pace in an emergency situation. Is a kind of hurry situation right now with NEC. So I just want you guys to share your thoughts on this. With Senator DeLonge mentioning that he's going to take people out there on Friday to protest, to demand NEC, to make this document available. I mean, what do you guys have to say about that before we move to our next talking point quickly? Let's start with you. Let's start with Moba. Moba, what are you doing way down here, my man? What happened?
But
I'll bring Sylvester.
Anyway, I come to school late today. I come to school late, right?
When I met you to class late.
I know. Yeah, man. Yeah, actually, Senator Dillon raised good issues today, and we want to commend him for that because it's concerning. Yeah, let's be real. It's really concerning because that's where cheating can come from. Nobody knows. So I think because we the Liberian people, more especially the government, they like what they call protest. That our last name, protest. Whenever they hear protest, it's like you put a fire behind a turtle to walk. And that's the time they can come in as chef. But I think I will support Senator Dillon to carry people over there tomorrow to protest because now they're talking about next week Tuesday. How we sure that next week Tuesday they will complete all the roads? We're not even 100% sure. That's the 10% we're not. So I believe that if Senator Dillon go over there tomorrow and try to to put more pressure on them, I think things will work out better even before Tuesday. Because remember,
Mama, do you really think a protest is necessary even after the NEC has come up to provide this information that look we are working and they've shown us that they are working. We went at the data center, we saw the guys working at this hour, they're still working. Do you really see this as necessary? Because someone like Senator DeLone, if he speaks of protest, you know how much of an influence Senator DeLone has in the country, Montserrat County especially.
Yeah, but listen, right? But listen, Nelson, look, let me say this, right? You see, in the Liberian setting, more especially, let me talk only about Liberia, like, and then let me be specific about this government, right? The only languages that people hear is protest. They will sit down and they will not be doing nothing. But as soon as you say somebody coming out to protest about this, and that's the time they get serious. You understand? So I believe that even the Tuesday they called to us today on the phone, or you guys went there assessment or whatsoever. But if Senator Dillon protest, I believe with him himself, Tuesday will not reach. They will be done with that identical voting rule. Trust me, that's it. But if they sit and say, okay, that was for Tuesday will reach, and they will tell you, say, we need 2 more days, 3 more days, because the only language the people understand is protest. Today, let me conclude by saying that if Senator Dillon will not come out and talk about their identical claim of voter rolls and putting names up, you think the people are come out and tell you, say, they're doing work over there? Who knows? Who knows when a year Senator Dillon, that's why they start working. Who knows? You don't know. Maybe, okay, you know what, General got to do something. Let the press come here. Let the get the news that working. Who knows? You understand? So I believe that let's say that they don't go there on tomorrow, which is Friday, carry some people there that go protest at least, so that people can be able to do their jobs, and, quickly, so the Liberian people can know because they are overdue. They are overdue. How long? We get less than 3 weeks for election. They are overdue. Who knows what they're doing? Wow. So I believe that Senator Dillon should take those people over there and make sure and put fire beyond them like there's so much
Thank you.
of fire beyond truckers so they can do that job. Submit.
Thank you. Thank you. Ture, let's hear you. Let's hear you, sir, on this. Do you really see this thing about Senator Dillon gathering people at neck something that is prudent, at this time, considering his influence, and all of that?
Well, thank you so very much, Nessie, as always. Thanks to the panelists for always showing up here, and to our viewers, want to say good evening to you all, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is belated, man. And obviously I'm a strong supporter of Senator Darius Dillon, but I think all of them dropped the ball on this. Nelson, it's a general election, and that's one a senatorial election here, bro. We're talking about a general election for our nation. We're talking about not even on me, bro. 20 plus days to go, man. And people don't have access to these voter rolls. You know what I mean? Like, bro, this is the thing. And I don't want to actually speculate about anything.
No, but we actually have less than 20 days to go.
Yeah, we have less than 20 days there, Nessie. Put that into perspective. Less than 20 days to go in a general election. Something that this administration should have prepared for 3 years. 3 years. All these things should have been out there now. We have an electorate population that needs to be educated on how to even mark voter cards, right? So then you're talking about people not having access to these things. Then let's say, hypothetically speaking, let it have this thing like next week Tuesday, brother. With all of these challenges, roles and trying to get to some of these rural areas, how challenging that can be. These are stuff we're talking about when we continue to say that President George Manuel Weah needs to go. You can't even prepare for election again. Bro, man, look, I really don't want to dwell on this, but if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail.
Listen,
right? And I don't want to.
Is it fair to throw this on the lap of the National Elections Commission that NEC as an institution failed to prepare, or is it a general thing that the government as a whole did not give or allot in time what should have been given to the National Elections Commission for this process?
If Senator,
where do we throw this?
If Dillon really serious about this, if Senator Dillon serious about this, the Senate should subpoena the commissioner himself to go down there and talk to them. Why up to if let us know what happened or what led to this delay. If you're a lack of funding, then we should also know that. All right. But absolutely, brother, if you're going to prepare for a national election, a crucial election like this one, you don't need to be having this kind of situation. Then people start to speculate, because I know for fact, Nelson, if you are preparing for a general examination, right? 2 weeks into that election, 2 weeks into that exam, then you start preparing 20 days to it, brother, you will not do well on that test. I'm sorry. You will not do well on that examination.
Okay.
It's a general election, brother. They're talking about a couple of days to election, and we don't even have the basic leaflets information out there to people. It's going to undermine everything that's going to come out. It's going to tint the result. People are going to actually start thinking about the outcome of the election, and they'll revert back to this instance right now. Trust me. And I'm praying to God. God in heaven know that, but people are not even trying to try to do anything to circumvent the result of this election. But if, and I'm saying if anything of such could happen, people will go back to today's day. And the gentleman that you're interviewing, Nelson, that guy looked like a professional. He answered your question, everything he answered, every question you asked him, he answered. And the area that he couldn't go, he told you respectfully that he's not going to go there, or at least he will go there void of camera. He did all of that. If you tell that man will tell you exactly. If he subpoena that man, what happened? He will tell you exactly it was lack of funding.
They all scared. It was lack of funding, probably. You're right.
Okay, so let's move to you, Cindy. Cindy, this is something, man, that should have been up for in fact 30 days before the election. 30 days before the election. I mean, we are 20, I mean, let's say 19 days to the conduct of election in the country. We're still discussing this document, the voter roll, being available even to the political actors. Because if those people have issues to raise, when do they get to raise concerns about those different issues? I mean, but do you see this call, this issue, this alarm from Senator DeLong now as something that is belated, since in fact he's raising this at such a time when we're far gone? I mean, very close to election now.
I don't think it's belated. I must give credit to Senator DeLong for speaking up. I listened to the senator today when he said the Senate called the National Election Commission, and the National Election Commission promised them that the roster was going to be released 30 days to the election. In fact, they have given them date. I believe he said something like the 11. I think that's what I heard.
The 15.
The 15.
15, yeah.
So if that was the
case,
no.
Sandy, let me correct you. It's the 18. They did say the 18.
Yeah. So let me
18.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the 18. It's the 18.
So they told our lawmakers that the National Election Commission told our lawmakers that we will release this on the 18th, which is within the 30-day prior to the election period time frame, right? Mathematically, am I correct? No.
Even the 18th. The 18th will not still be in there. So today is I'm coming, Cindy, but today is the 21st, right?
Right.
So it's like going 3 days, let's say 3 days back. 3 days back. All right. So it will be like 25 days or so. Yeah. Not 25, but let's say like 22 days to election.
I mean, I didn't do Marvin school. That was healthcare administration.
Go ahead.
But look, so then that's a red flag. If you met with the election with the lawmakers and you told them we would give this on the 18th, which is outside of the constitutional time frame, why didn't the lawmakers refuse that or hold them to the actual time frame? So then I agree with Toure that we can then blame the lawmakers for not holding those people to the constitutional time frame. Yet we can still thank Senator DeLong for flagging this issue today. The reason Senator DeLong is flagging it today instead of calling those people is because they are on break. The lawmakers are on break. So there is no way that they can call those people. They are on break. So the only thing he can do is what he's doing today, right? By flagging this issue. Now, let's assume that the National Election Commission have some budgetary issue, or they perhaps facing some technical issue. But the biggest factor to a fair election is timely and accurate dissemination of information. When you realize that you are having some issue and you will not meet certain time frame deadline, speak to the people. Come out and say, my people, we not get money. That thing we're supposed to release to your town a day, we're not able to release it. Your girls more time. Speak to the people, communicate. That timely dissemination of information is very important. The election must be fair and free. Our president says it's going to be fair and free. Yet, we do not know how many people are registered to vote. The final listing is not on. And then we are seeing people taking ID, voter registration card from people and carrying it to different county. My county, someone was discovered there today, carrying voter registration cards, duplicating them. That doesn't speak to the act of fairness. Give the people the registration, the final voter registration list, so we can all see it online. Tell our people, let me tell my people in Dweji Town how many people there are going to be voting.
Thank you.
So if one Burkinabe man comes from the forest with a voter registration card and his name is not on the list, I will tell my people that guy is not from my town. And we need to have that list. So I am encouraging, and I do support the protest. Let the Liberian people.
You think it's prudent even after
Yeah.
the next?
The next said nothing to you, Nelson. The next did not tell you what the issue is and when they're going to provide all the information that we need. We are few days away from the election. If they cannot meet the deadline as stipulated, as called out by Senator Dillon, which is the end of today, like Liberia today, let the people show up there on Friday and demand their final voter list. Thank you.
Thank you. Sylvester, let's hear
Nelson.
from you. Yeah.
Nelson, Sylvester, can you please allow me to go because I'm about to leave my office and go home, please? If a media approver.
You in your office?
Yeah, in my office.
That corruption. Don't do it.
I know. I can be in my office.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So a UP man is bringing another UP man down for
don't do it.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Thank you
now,
so much.
As per this particular 30 days timeline, the latest we should have seen this thing from the National Elections Commission should have been on the 10th. On the 10th of this month, on the 10th of September.
No,
but today is the 21st.
The 18th of September. Nelson, you keep making mistake.
No, I'm saying I'm not talking about the appeal from NEC after they were summoned, or called by the legislature and all of that. No, I'm talking about the legal time frame,
okay,
which is 30 days to the election, 30 days before the election.
Correct.
It should have been the 10th of September.
You're right.
Okay, so let's agree there was some arrangements and whatever, and it was pushed to the 18th. But here we are today, it's the 21st. But go ahead, share your thought on this one, and we'll go to Esther.
You see, when Madam David Brown tried to play with this election, it would be too detrimental for her. That's my first spark on her. Because if you, the election commission, you the one to give the information to the people.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Senate call you. I'm going to get the voter roll. You say on the 18th, you please give me up to the 18th. They say, okay. Are you sure? Yes. The 18th key and pass. You didn't even call a press conference to tell the Liberians, to tell the world what is going on. Stop playing with Liberian election. 2 to 8. This should not be only Darius Dillon. It should be all the political parties on our ballot show up on Friday. If that list is not up tomorrow, which is on your side, it's already tomorrow, it's already Thursday. But until after business days, the business hour. How in the world that one when the guy at the printing press, how you call it, the technical director was speaking. If you observe that guy, he was speaking only on the issues that he knows. David Brown should be the one addressing the country about the election, the electoral process. And she just sitting calmly. Even you don't have money. How do the world know? How do the political party know that you don't have money? So you're waiting. You already spoke about the bar rule. The technician spoke about the bar rule. How is ballot paper going to arrive in Grand Gide, River says, Grand Coup, Maryland, Sano? That's what I want. You guys have chopper to carry that?
Yeah, Prince. So you think that the election commission maybe host a press conference informing the people? That's what I'm trying to say.
She should have had a press conference day before yesterday on the 19th, because already the 18th has already elapsed. Listening and waiting to hear what you would say. You the election commission and you're just sitting on mute. And then they're talking about the state printing. You're talking about state printing the voter roll. How can you still be printing that? How? You got less than 2 weeks.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's take Sylvester, then we'll come to Elton. But before going to, yes, yes. So let's take Sylvester, then we'll come to Eston. Before going to Sylvester, I want to say welcome to you, Kevin. Welcome to the show. We appreciate you for joining us, the lone female on set so far. But Sylvester, go ahead, and we'll take Eston.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everybody in Radio Land and all across the world. You see, the national.
Are you
Can
okay?
you hear me?
You
Okay.
you
Yeah.
we're experiencing some
Okay.
issues
You
here,
see,
but
the
go ahead.
national election.
I mean, in Miami.
No, not Miami. It's
Once
like
you
somebody
join,
calling him.
once you join the UP and not the CPP, you
I
fuck
mean,
up.
No,
we
my
can
brother
take
send you a comic
Elton
card with
and
it. Yeah.
wait for
They
him.
got,
We can
I
take
mean,
Okay,
Elton.
so I think we'll move to Eston
Esther,
while
you
Sylvester
don't
tries
know.
to
yeah.
Eston, go ahead. Right after Eston, we'll move to lone female on set.
Well, thank you, Nelson. I like to premise
Why is it
my
only
take on the
Mama
fact
getting removed from
fortunately for us, Liberia, we haven't to have someone who is of concern in terms of speaking for our downtrodden masses, in person of the people's senator, who I'm not in zero regrets, I would say, is my personal friend. This man has always flagged things, and like someone highlighted, they are not in section right now, so all he can do is to bring this to our attention. And do you all remember when once upon a time the entire neck body was summoned by the House and Senate, and whenever they had gone to see Senator Dillon and the rest of the team, the head of neck, in person of Madam Electoral Brown Latana, she indicated that they were graded. She was asked, "How will you grade your team up to where we are right now?" And she graded her team a 10 out of 10. This speaks to the level of ineptitude and the level of consciousness and the level of fairness of these people that are either in this government or in line with this government, and how they play the Liberian people. How can you grade yourself a 10 out of 10 when you had a censor that was incomplete? There were so many people who have posted on their social media platform that their homes were not counted, and that goes from one community to the next
You
community.
you you
And you grade
you,
yourself
you,
10
you
out
mean
of 10.
the National Elections Commission?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they met with the Senate. I know there are people here who are following this thread that can buttress what I'm saying. Yeah. This from the horse's mouth.
But again, it wasn't the NEC that conducted the census. It was Legis.
No, I'm saying there are lapses, and it's glaring. There are lapses at this dying minute. We have less than 20 days to election, and we are still having this issue that has been flagged by the people's senator Dara DeLong. So how can you grade yourself a 10 out of 10? In all fairness, it doesn't take or rocket scientists to deduce that you have some.
Oh, too bad. We lost Eston.
So it's
Are you still with
unfortunate.
us?
Yeah, I can be seen visibly on the screen. So it's unfortunate, but that just shows the people that we are dealing with. It's an unfortunate situation. It's an unfortunate time in our Liberian history, and this is why Liberian in their masses. And when you are asked next to in my departing statement, when you are asked earlier what's on one's mind, I would have said what is on my mind is being someone who is vehemently opposed to this judge we are government. I would like to admonish all of those in opposition. If your candidate is not placed first versus the ruling establishment, I would admonish every single one in opposition to stand with whoever the opposition candidate is. Because in all fairness, this government must go. This government is a disservice to the Liberian people.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution. Um, so we can now take Kebe. Kebe, go ahead. Let's hear you, ma'am.
Okay. Um, I want to say hi to everyone and thank you again for letting me on. Concerning the information or the topic on our discussion, I want to side with all of my colleagues here who have said exactly the same thing that I'm about to say. So, looking at the security, looking at the risks involved, I think it is necessary that the senator took the initiative to call out um, to election commission in as much as I see it as being late, because if the law provides 30 days conformity, I don't think they should have waited for 30 days before coming now. And we know that the Senate will recall from their various holidays or recess to go back to address some emergency issues. So if Madam Lasana had issue with financial break, or let's just say breaks in finance or whatever, those things were things that should have been discussed. More especially where she's part of the ruling party. But these were things that was not taken into consideration. It wasn't discussed. So as far as the public is concerned, um whatever budget that was presented has been taken care of.
Are
And
you assuming that neck boss, Madam Director Brown Lassanan, did not raise some of those concerns? She did not talk about some of those things. She did not highlight the issue of the neck being underfunded, and that they were having some of those challenges. And you think that's why we're having those issues? You think it's on her?
yes, yes. She's 100% responsible. I will not shift the blame even on the president, because if you are giving up some a tax to take care of, to manage, you should be responsible to come back to your bosses whenever there is issue. But to come back to mine, to what I was saying, like she didn't. Okay, Darius Dillon is not a foolish guy. Bringing it up now, he knows exactly what has happened. That's why he's bringing it up. Yes, he waited for the time to elapse before coming up now. But even protesting is right, yes. But with the protest, will it already serve the purpose? Because the sole intent of this report being out 30 days before election, or the voter roll update being done 30 days before election, is to be able to vote, to do a voting process where you know exactly um um that the voter rolls are in conformity or in line with the previous ones, or those duplicated names might have been eliminated. So if it hasn't been uh, uh, um presented to the public up to now, it means that there is something fishy. It means that something, so anybody will insinuate. um
Okay.
and this is a call to all opposition. It's not about the fact that Darius Delon supports the Unity Party, that is JMB. It should be everyone's responsibility right now to join Darius Delon to do the needful, to make
Okay.
sure that these things are done. Because if it is not done now, we're going to cry like the way the opposition cry in Sierra Leone. So these things should not be taken lightly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just
So we
Nelson, information on what Quebec just spoke on. There was a budget that the election commission, Madam Brown, did posted to the government, and in that meeting, you remember the day they signed when ECOWAS and all the political parties had that joint meeting in at the election commission. She
Yeah.
said, "Are you calling Consider Ganglo asked that question? Election commission, can you tell us, have you received the budget? You tell the budget that you're working within. Have you been sent? Has it been sent to the government?" And she said, "Yes, and it's being approved."
But before going to the
Obviously, she knew and she know that she received the exact amount of money they requested for. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's go to
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
Finally, thank you, Nelson. Thank you. I don't know why every time when I'm on time you can join over me, but I mean, anywhere you are a CDC
I
man,
know
so
they're
that's
coming
fine.
complain.
No, that is
I'm
fine.
a what?
You are a CDC guy on this show.
No, Rudolph, I
You
think the
see,
reason why
you
Nelson
see.
did it because Quebec was the only female on the show, so that's why he get to her before
No,
he
it's okay. I mean, I don't even have issue. I'm just kidding. You know, election is not rigged on the day of elections. We have to know this. And I feel like, first of all, I mean, a serious government or a serious leader, and that is the neck boss. From my own perspective, I think it was prudent enough for her to have come to the Liberian people on the or even before the 10th, because that is the day constitutionally that we were supposed to have this thing done. She was supposed to come to the public with a press conference and told Mr. and tell them that, okay, we cannot have this thing done this time because of this, and this. And also to Senator Tillon, when he reached out to them, or when the Senate called them and they agree on the 18th, we should have heard that. There should have been a press conference as well. But how be it? I still support Senator Tillon coming out now and calling for a protest, because guys, sometimes some level of radicalism is needed, because I mean, like, bro, we are less than 20 days from less than 30 days from elections. Like everybody else said, we have bad roads conditions across the country. When will you take the time to travel to the southeast to give out logistics? And I mean, like, I feel like, I mean, someone said they will not blame the president, but I think I will blame him, because if the people are saying that one of their reasons for not being on time is because they don't have resources, I think this is one of the ways that this government have decided to steal this election from us. So the people coming out on Friday, I mean,
But
I agree
listen,
to it. Yeah.
Rudolph, do you really see this as something that we should be talking about? Talking about resources. Should we even be talking about resources at this point in time for the conduct of a national election, a presidential and legislative election? Should we be talking about resources at this time?
Nelson, in a serious country with a serious government, I would say no. But sadly, we have an unserious government. So I mean, this is what we have. We just have to deal with it. And the thing is this, Mr. We have already said that there is not much money for second round. And again, we are ignoring that when it's possible, or there is a possibility that there might be a second round. He has said there is no money for that. And there is no one talking about it. We are going to wait again until we get into the second round, and then we start to talk about it. I think that time is fast spent. Time is not in our favor, and I think these things should have been addressed ever since. But I still support Honorable Delon call. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sylvester, you were on. You want to come? Okay, Ture, you want to make a point quickly before we move to Sylvester?
Yeah, Nelson, if we notice anything in past elections, especially the 2017 election, on election day, we saw people with ballot boxes on Kino trying to get to election site on election day. Okay, and let me tell you, man, and Rudolph, you struck a very, very important point. Elections are now rigged on elections day. I'm telling you, action like these precipitate in leading to what could be a very, 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 very challenging days to come ahead. And look, let me tell you this. You know, we sit there, we talk about how everything is bad under this government. And we sit here, we try to make sense of the discourse, even though it is so hard to make sense of any of it. But if opposition, nobody talking about it right now, and they all say that, including Mountain political leader, Honorable Tiaon Gonglo, nobody talking about these things. Nobody talking about it. Less than 20 days to election. We don't have these informations out. These important piece of information are supposed to be out there. We don't have these things out, and nobody talking about it. People don't worry about crowd, who have the bigger crowd size and all that stuff, but they're forgetting about the biggest and the most important part of this whole situation. And I'm telling you, Friday, let people get out there, let the international community, ECOWAS, let everybody know that what is about to engulf. Because you cannot go into a situation knowing very well that the beginning of it is dubious, then how the end will be good. If the beginning is bad, they don't expect the end to be any good.
And that's another point. So if this thing is as terrible as all of you guys here are talking about it, if this thing is as concerning as most people are discussing it, why are most of the major political parties silent about this? Why did they not say much about it? Have any of you ever thought of that? Why? Why are we not seeing a release, for example? No, yeah, real of you're coming, but why are we not seeing a release, for example, from the Unity Party, from the CPP, from Lainu, Dr. Monuba, from Councillor Tiawon Gonglo, LPP? Why are we not seeing these top political parties raising concerns? Now, someone said
UP raised a concern. UP raised a concern.
No. I mean, we're talking about maybe a press conference or so. Senator Dillon is just one person.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm talking about not Dillon, the spokesman. Mo Ali.
But go ahead. Real life, you wanted to make a point just before we
Yes,
we will take calls on this particular issue. We're about to go to the lines to take calls. I'll put the numbers up shortly. But go ahead. And after you will take
you are right. You are right. I mean, our leaders are not paying the level of attention that we expect them to be giving to this issue. Honestly, that is truth. And I mean, like, I wouldn't want to like keep calling on them because honestly, this election is not about Mr. Fuakai. It's not about Mr. Cummings. It's about us Liberian people. So I think it's important as well for us to stand up. I mean, we do agree that these are the people that we are sending up there to lead us, but it's not really about them. It's about us. So I mean, we can keep calling on JMB. We can keep calling on Cummings. Keep calling on Tier 1. But we, the people ourselves, we have to stand up and demand answers.
Okay.
Nothing.
So yeah, you can go ahead, Sylvester. Sylvester, you can go ahead.
I was gonna just say 1 second.
Somebody,
That was
please,
okay.
Somebody, please mute. I mean,
So
no, Aston, your audio is terrible. I don't know what's happening.
You gotta go back and come back in.
I'm off.
Yeah, you
stage
just
or
log
device.
out.
Okay.
You could
Yeah.
just log out of video. Yeah, you could just log out and try coming in again. Thank you. Okay, so go ahead, Sylvester.
Okay. You see, by law, NEC should have come up with this listing since the 10th. Appear before the Senate, ask for the 18th. And the 18th has come and gone. Nothing. But one thing is, you see, sometimes we focus so much on what we're going to get, and then we forget about the pathway to what we're going to get. The pathway to anybody here, all the argument we're making here, the pathway for any of our candidates or whatever to make it to the presidency is through a peaceful and fair and transparent election.
Mm-hmm.
So this is very essential. Now, you see, when you're talking about accuracy, you can't be reactive. You have to be proactive. Now they're in there working overnight, printing and this and that. They're working under pressure. Chances are they will make mistakes. And before you know it, on election day, people go to polling center, they are kneeling on the list, the whole play hell to scatter people running here and there, and what have you. That's what happened in 2017. They started writing people names in carpet book, and the Supreme Court frowned on it. So why will you wait till less than 20 days to election and you're working overnight printing lists, and then we'll give it to the parties, the political party to go over if there's any controversy, they come and this, that. Time is not waiting for you. So the thing here is, this is a collective thing. Why? What if Senator DeLong had not come up on air today to say it? You think that guy was going to call? No, he was not going to call. So whatever has been planned by Senator DeLong and other people should proceed. Let them go ahead and do it. It's peaceful. It's just a caveat to them. Maybe they will proceed. How sure are you that you're going to get it next week? They did not come up with a definite date. I saw you with on the live with them. He said Tuesday will be done with printing, right? He didn't tell you when he's going to give it to the parties or when the party's going to get it Tuesday. And that one alone, it's just a grain of, you can't take it with a grain of salt. That's just another promise. But this election, it's not a commissioner election. It's not a superintendent or whatever Tanchi election. You're talking about 73 representatives, 15 senators, and a president. That's a major election that 3 years ago they should have been prepared or whatever it is. But you know what the bottom line is? Everybody want to cover each other. The bottom line is probably they don't have the funding, but they can't come out to say it. Just like that NTA boss that sat down over there, he wants to say the truth because he won't cover people. That's a problem. Because if funding were there, I don't see any reason why they should still be printing stuff at this time.
Sylvester, do you for any reason think here that, do you really believe that all these different political parties are attaching the kind of importance that is supposed to be attached to this electoral process?
No. You know what the political parties are doing? They are majoring in the minor and minoring in the major. That's what they're doing. Okay? They're majoring in the minor. The minor is poor crowd and attack each other and this, that. But the major thing is, how am I going to get there? Who's going to protect what I get? Who's going to protect?
And this is serious. This is serious, Sylvester, because this process we're talking about, it should be taken important. All level of importance should be attached to it by all of the different parties. The opposition political parties, even the ruling establishment. Now, take for example, Sylvester, you have the ruling establishment purchasing vehicles like this. Brand new vehicles, not one, not two, not three. So many of those vehicles, they're giving it to accelerate. I'm talking about brand new vehicles. How can we be purchasing these kinds of vehicles, and yet we have the National Elections Commission that is supposed to conduct elections still be crying about budgetary allotments and they not getting the kind of funding to enable them to print the voter roll in time? I mean, it speaks volumes, Sylvester. But just conclude. Just conclude. And then we can
let me conclude. We have 3 branches of government, right? But you know, the part of the government that is the backbone of any country is the legislature.
Okay.
That's the backbone. If the legislature is a toothless bulldog, these are the things you see. Because everybody in there for party thing. Oh, they will want a party or party thing to protect. But if you have a legislature that has teeth to bite, you will never see these things happening. Look at our neighbors next door. Can't we see? Look at the kind of warning and caveat that have been sent by international community to our government in terms of this election. It's not that's not sufficient enough for everybody to be on time with what it's supposed to do. But again, this is also a warning. Let me tell you something. I conclude just 30 seconds. I don't care what amount of cheating go on. Let's look at Sierra Leone. And they say that cheating. They say sanction will pass visa. Where is Madame Biya today? In New York. Okay. He's going to go by the Sierra Leone. He's going to play. Look, all those sanctions with international, they can't do nothing. We have to do it for ourselves. Those things are just black. We have to do it for ourselves. Look at the people that sanction in our country today. Are they not running to be policy makers? Anything stop them? No. So we can't sit down and see those things happen. We must.
So are you saying, Sylvester, that you support the protest that Senator DeLone is calling for on Friday? You're saying
Yeah,
that
it's
you
just a
support it.
peaceful to just create awareness that look, this is important to us. If it costs you to be here 24/7, you have
What
to.
sort of impact? What sort of impact do you really think such a protest is going to make?
Okay,
All
the
right,
impact
that's
there
it.
is what made that individual to call tonight. And it was just a phone call by Senator DeLon to Spoon. Then he had a call. When they see the amount of people that will turn up on Friday, the reactor Brown Lasana will be sleeping in our building.
Thank you. Thank you. We gotta go to the line. We need to take calls on
make a
this.
point.
A lot of
Let me
people
make
want
a
to
quick
make
point.
their contribution to this. Yeah, Prince.
Yeah,
Just take
yeah.
take 20 seconds, sir. Take 20
Yeah,
seconds.
Nelson, you see, as to what, today I watching a show,
Mhm.
all the political parties, like
But
Dr.
why your audio
Prince,
always fluctuating?
all the fluctuating.
Yeah, your audio is
It can
fluctuating.
low.
I'm in a good space, my man.
The man using a Walmart mobile phone.
But go ahead, conclude.
The thing there is that all the political parties are sitting down looking. Today I text, I said, Prince Maxwell, where are you? You don't say you're not to your supporters. Please be along with Director Dillon. Cummings did not say please be Director Dillon. All those political parties represented are on the Spoon Show today. None of them talk about it.
You say who you
None of them
talking?
talk about it. No, I'm saying Prince Maxwell.
Oh,
represented on the
you mean generational change?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I text him, I said,
I
have
beg
you
you.
told your people?
I beg you on the show, yeah.
That was the one, my brother.
We gotta go to the line. We
Because
gotta
the
go
thing
to the
You
line.
don't have a Senate to talk.
Because the thing is that if everybody show up on Friday to have the international committee and where, and I say again,
But listen, do we really need people to gather to get the international community aware? Don't you think that the international community is already aware? I mean,
My man,
we have
we
seen
do.
a statement from the international community, or let's say from the U.S. Embassy, for example, sending a caveat to individuals wanting to undermine the democratic process that they're keenly observing the process, calling for
Okay.
observers to have access to the polling centers and all of that. I mean,
Right. They will say that, Nelson.
That's an indication that they're observing, they're watching.
Right. They said that.
Nelson, can I come in, please?
But you got to. They only say it on the fence, but you got to implement it. That they see the momentum, the vigorously about that. Then they will say, "Oh, we got to come in."
Thank you.
Nobody can fight for us. We'll fight for ourselves.
Thank you. Kevin, you want to come in? Let's give Kevin just 20 seconds so we go to the line.
We need to stop this dependency syndrome and always looking out for the international community. What do we have AFL? What are we paying them for? What do we have security sectors? If we always depend on international community to come to our aid, we are not going to go anywhere. The law should be taken by the people because this election concerns us. That's why I say it is a call for opposition parties to come together. This is nothing about Joseph Walker anymore. This is about opposition because anyone who wins will be willing to collaborate or work with everyone else. That's why I like Sandy so well because he speaks unilaterally. If the legislature has concern for the country, for Liberia, no, that is his. I can't come here and be selling my son and tell you they got a parable. They say fatty woman will never say her bony is rotting. You selling your bony, you want your bony to be bought. Yeah,
they say Cummings and Mr. Nitro.
Yeah, I see that all around, but at least he's more civic with his. He see it and the way he see it and he say it straight. So I think he's one of the difference. Yeah. No, but until the callers can
just
start
5 seconds.
coming through.
You know, when the American ambassador came out and said, "This is the movement," it means plenty of things. It's not only probably talking about people go protest there. The movement is last within the Liberian people's hands. In this election, This is the movement. Hold it. Go there and make your choice. I submit.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So we gotta go to the lines. Yes, we gotta go to the lines and take some calls on this one. I see the WhatsApp number is pinned on the screen. Call that number only via WhatsApp. And the local line to call is 0555-101075. 0555. Please mute.
Yeah, so I just
we hearing
wanted
a
to
private
tell you.
conversation.
Yeah, so just put me in the bag. I need to take care of some kind of private stuff, and then I will come back on later. Like,
Okay, I already did that. So we're gonna go to the lines. The WhatsApp number is pinned on the screen there. 0555-101075 is the number to call. This is the late night show on Spoon. I'm Nelson Colette. My co-moderator here is Mobile Zocat. Vakabina Toure is here representing Councillor Tiawan Gonglo. Cindy Jalayu Cindy is representing Mr. Alexander Cummings. Rudolph is here, of course, on the train. Mr. Bay, Prince Bay is here representing the train. All the other people are also train people, so I won't call that name again. So let me go to the lines and take the first call here.
You
Hello,
never do
you live.
justice.
Hello, you live. Is this Jerry Yimpa? Jerry.
A man from South Korea.
Jerry, your video not correct. Then your audio again, you're not coming through.
Not correct. Where got my video not correct? Am I okay?
Yeah, I'm struggling to get you, honestly. I'm struggling to get you.
You getting me? I'm not.
Okay, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think there was some technical glitches with the end.
No, I get no technical glitch here. That line my internet go off. To my internet on. So okay, let's try from here. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it's this is a very critical matter that every Nigerian citizens, including our political actors, should take very seriously. I know the Unity Party takes it very seriously. They've been engaging the National Elections Commission both at this headquarters.
Can you guys please mute? Can you unmute? Yeah, go ahead, Jerry.
And through the Honorable Liberian Senate and the entire rescue team have been concerned about all of the mechanisms that facilitate a kind of peaceful and transparent process in terms of respecting the guidelines.
Okay.
So if you see the National Elections Commission trying to renege on some of its responsibilities in terms of the guidelines, I think Senator Dillon have done the needful. Both at the Liberian Senate and call for a protest, because right now, like one of the my colleagues, indicated, the Senate is not in session. I mean, the legislature is not in session. So political action is required.
Thank you.
To the director lecturing us about all of the processes. So a senator did not come up, for God's sake. These are things for people trying to issue money. Then people say we should not issue.
Thank you.
All of that. You cannot take a process that's supposed to set the basis and sustain our peace for fun.
Thank you.
The election commission must be able to. Yeah?
Thank you. That's all you there, Jerry. I think you made a point, right?
Yeah. No, 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
No, 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Regulator.
Okay. So I joined Senator Dillon. The issue of engaging the National Elections Commission through a safer disobedient process, or you would like to say a protest, is very important to hear what you just a phone call out of make full attempt to go to the Election Commission office last night, which is very important. And the Election Commission has said, well, we're not going to take the election very, we're going to take them very seriously.
Thank you
very much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your contribution on the program tonight. We
regular on the phone too. Jerry.
Yeah, the man audio not coming through, and then video too not correct. Ever. But let's take this person here. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is for
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
what's saying that is true. But we're getting the situation and more that sharing out of us the party to that lordship. All the harassment and situation is the only thing that they can tell that they say, I don't care how it is, I just don't know what say they will take the election for the opposition. About all the issues, all the power.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's hold you there and take this person. Hello. Yeah, I'm okay. How are you? Wow. Oosh. Okay, just hold on, yeah. Let me do this one because it's like Jerry or Ray, I don't want to get a technical issue. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Nelson, let me say this. For this kind of an issue, it's no more about any political party. It's no more about even the people that are running. It's about we, the Liberians, because if you look at this election is very, very critical to us. If we don't take time, I'm not praying, God forbid, it's going to lead us back to the dark days. This is a time for us as a Liberian to stay. I don't want to hear people talking about impacting the national community or this. Yo, sometimes you got to take what you got for yourself by yourself. If you don't, nobody will take it for you.
Okay.
You got less than 30, you got less than 3 weeks to election. We don't know where you don't know where you voted. You don't know where you register. You don't know where you want to vote. And then we're sitting and taking this to be elected. Then we say, oh, the internet. Nobody should be talking about. I even look at the house to make it's looking late after night. As of this morning in Liberia, we are sending the election commission. I think when you went in the plane talking about the setting up printing, are you playing with national issue? Like you think that's all parliament chief election we have here?
Thank you.
That's what we need to be serious. Liberia, we need to stay up on our own. Other than that,
thank you.
trust me, this is going to be a very serious disaster for us.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Let's hold you there and take another person from this line. Let's go back here and see if we can get this person coming through. Hello. Okay, please go ahead quickly. You live. Your name and where you call from.
This is Elliot from District 2.
Okay, let's hear you.
Look, that is plain. That's a plain issue there. If the election commission had know that you're going to go shout, she went to the Senate. So they don't have not call. This they are not going to the classroom there. Because classroom they started talking it. Then before he went call spoon. Because they are here call spoon that one made them to send that for clean on air morning for you people. But that thing is calculated.
Thank you.
That thing is calculated. So nobody will talk it. And what's another thing that will come up? So what they don't say is right. You
Thank
gotta
you.
think if you take your own thing in your hand, you will not get it. They think you ever on city you can move and city government from power to city in election.
Thank you. Let's hold you there and take another person quickly. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, you live. Say your name and where you calling from.
Hello. Can you hear me, Nelson?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. You want to reduce the volume of whatever you're listening to, and then
Is it better?
Yeah, much better. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, my name is Marie. So, I just wanted to say the NEC boss needs to understand that she works for the Liberian people, and she's obligated to inform the Liberian people based on the date that the guy you talked to, the data analyst, gave you today. They knew prior to the 18th that they wasn't going to be able to provide the Liberian people with the information they needed. It was her responsibility to go on air and have a press conference and inform the Liberian people. But she didn't do that. And what I need Liberian people to understand is that this election is very important. If they think the president they have right now cares about being sanctioned, they're lying to themselves, because he rather goes to Qatar for another 40 days or go to Dubai for vacation or Ghana instead of America. So America sanctioning him is not going to do anything to him. And they need to stand up for their country and if they want better life. Thank you, Nelson.
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution. We take this person. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Go ahead. You're live. Your name and where you call from.
So anyway, this is Sharon Cape Heights.
Okay. Go ahead, Sharon. Let's hear you.
My little contribution to the issue being discussed when I came on regarding the problem that's going on with the national election now. I think it's very concerning, and that's something that every Liberian who cares for a better Liberia, who cares for a peaceful and transparent election should be concerned about. I watched it live this evening, and
that one that nursing.
Damn, now who harmonize the girl from?
That nursing for the harmonize.
Yeah, Sharon, go ahead. Sharon, are you with us?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's some financial constraint, but then you look at the resources now that are being spent today individually by our government officials. Why are they coming up now to tell us that they are delaying processes involving the election because of some financial constraint? If I don't know where I'm voting now, it takes people sometimes hours to go to the various polling center. It takes time to get.
Yep. The network. I think I'm nursing. Yeah, yeah. So guys, yeah, what you want to say? What you want to say to it?
Let me say this, brother. This is the most consequential election in Liberia history. I'm telling you, bro. Bro, all of us here in the diaspora, my man, we all, I don't know about y'all, but my heart is on this election. It really is. Brother, I want to go home. I want to go back home, bro. For real. Look, let me tell you this, right? If you tell me, and a call, the president said this thing was staged, it was premeditated, I totally agree. Because under no circumstances, and look, maybe I'll take it back to say Darius Dillon was belated.
Terrell, we are here.
It's very serious. They want to rig the election, and they will not rig it for us. We will go out to protect our vote. Those things, those serious numbers they are collecting, it will not use it. It will stay in your pocket. That's what they are passing around from door to door. If you work, you will not go around to collect people's voter serial number, the registration, the card serial number. They are doing it in Nukuta, in Western, and other places. I realize I'm a living Western. I refuse to do it in Nukuta. I want to visit somebody. I tell you, I can't do it. Thank you.
Wow. You refuse to do it. Thank you very much. Thanks for your contribution.
We're going to take one day and discuss
let's see if we take this person. Hello, you're live. Amy?
Hello.
Okay. I think this Amy. Yeah, go ahead. You're live.
Yeah. Concerning this election commission lady, whatever her name is, she doesn't respect the Liberian people and she doesn't respect the legislature. Because like everybody have already said, if she knew she had monetary issue, she was in front of the Senate, she could have said something. But she don't, and they even provided a date saying the 18th, which were already past deadline. And they allow her. And then the deadline came that she provided, it passed. But she never had any respect for them to even call the stakeholders or the political parties to tell her anything. To saying that they don't have to come up on air before representative of theirs calls or something. So the people then they respect. Now the people that who paying in, the people that the taxpayer, they respect the international community. So say in the international community, like, let me tell you, they will not do anything for you till you yourself get up. They will not come and start trouble for you. You have to start your own trouble before there's something. If you sit down there, Joe, we are then steal the election. They will not do anything. They will just put sanction on it if you allow them to keep it. If they should do that voter roll, if any confusion on it, they should correct it. Let it be correct. If anything past your weird date that he's supposed to be there, then he goes down to a hall and move in the mansion to election is hell. Nobody. They shouldn't allow him one bit. And you think censure is nothing. We have to cause trouble ourselves before they come.
We don't want trouble.
No, we don't.
We don't want trouble.
No, we will cause trouble for him.
No,
we don't do nothing to our country. Nobody will die. But
No, don't want to good trouble.
Thank you.
That what the depending on said they will break election, then we'll let them to keep it. If we let them do it, the international community will say, okay, let's just put sanction on it. But if we said no, they're not keeping it. We don't agree. They will not keep it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. We'll take this call and then we'll go to our local line to take a few more calls from there. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, you live. Your name and where you calling?
My name is Peter. I'm calling from Glendale, Arizona.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Let me say something to you guys, man. Like, you go to the hospital, the doctor say you are sick and they give you medication. I don't think you want a doctor to come to your house and put that medication in your mouth again, guys. It's the same thing going on with our bro. We already have problem. The American government saying it. I don't think we're expecting them to come and help us. If we keep speaking all the BB English, all the BB Bulgaria, if somebody don't put their foot there, if we don't get in group and challenge the government, I think they call government like, bro. If we don't challenge them, we'll keep begging one another for food. If you don't stop this and put and leave from behind our TV and move on, there's too much writing, brothers. We need to put our foot down. We need to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Too much talking will not help since 1847.
Thank you.
We don't want to die and be in our grave and our spirit and passing looking at that, bro. Stay dead. It will not be in peace. You gotta take a stand.
Thank you.
Friday, they're coming Friday.
Thank you.
Everybody should flood 10th Street. The entire 10th Street will be flooded.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thanks for your contribution.
What a person they respect for in that country.
Thank
Why?
you.
And they use our own damn money.
No. We are on radio, sir. We are on radio, sir.
That's the brother is mad.
Thank you.
All right.
The brother is mad. No, the brother is mad.
My brother. Yeah, I know the brother is mad, but let the brother come down. Let the brother come down. Let the brother come down. The anger can't solve the issue that what we're talking about it for. Hello.
My name is Peter Wallace. I'm calling from Ohio.
Yeah, Peter, go ahead.
I just want to make sure we have to understand that Liberia is not Sierra Leone. We're not going to wait for the election to be rigged before we'll be making laws around here. Like everybody said, we all want to go home. And we don't want George, we are NMO in our country, to be our leader. That is why we govern our resources and make sure you step out of power. So come Friday, I will mobilize all my friends and family. Let them go to the next office and see what they can do.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution. So let's take a few calls from our local lines and then we'll be wrapping up. Hello. Yes, go ahead. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Mauricio. They call for decision again.
Murray, put small energy in that voice back.
Yeah, the nothing. The people seeing it on the radio.
Maurice, your audio not coming that out.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead now. I think it's much better. Yes, go ahead.
I was struggling in the country. Since school been some more we are not get a fast way to rest our training and go for big. We are not waiting to see President we have to go by in power. In this is something you can see the passing and the people are going to add but all the people they see what happy, one happy like they think about.
Thank you.
They need to be in the animal. So the thing I when I be willing to see
hold on for this
line. That will inhale hell.
Thank you.
Hellfire.
Thank you.
So you got to fight for.
Thank you. So we'll take the last two calls.
We'll fight for you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
I think that they had a connection with CDC. I'm very sure because
Thank you.
They are like to help out of the United Party, take a United Party to be United Party now. All of them that focus on United Party is forgetting about CDC.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for your contribution. The other person say, Cash says, we need Senator Dillon on the show. Senator Dillon sleeping right now. Let me tell you. Samuel, go ahead. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to the guys on the panel. It's like, look, guys, we need to be serious in Liberia. Some of us not feel happy living in other people's country with the disrespect given. And secondly, some of us left that country because of 14 years of civil war. And Liberian people are ready. They are standing up. Look, I think it's about time, like the entire legislature step up their game. Because if they cannot talk, some of us will make statements like Charles Taylor and Prince Johnson them. Because some of us fear the war. We went through a lot in that country before getting outside. And we are not seeing anything under this regime. These criminals need to leave. The Liberian people are resolved. I'm sending a caveat to the entire Senate, the representative. When they get back in that house, they need to step up their games. Because if they don't do it, somehow will start finding a group of people to start going to the house and whipping them.
No. Don't whip the lawmakers. No. Thank you.
But the people coming back after election. The after election, the people coming back.
She need to be beaten.
No. Samuel, we're not doing that one. Samuel on radio. Thank you.
But the people coming back after election.
We're not coming to Kigali thing here. No. Let me tell you now. This is an independent radio station. Let's keep it professional. We can talk about it, but let's remember there's something we have to protect, the peace of our country. And there are ways we can go about it, expressing ourselves democratically. But I think we'll have to wrap up because we are caught up. Time is now a friend. So I like us to start from you, Eston. Then we will make the rounds. And what could be your parting comment? And if you support any political party, you could say why it's important for those listening to you now to vote for that political party or support that candidate of yours. Well, go ahead.
Well, I'm opposed strongly to George. We have anyone in opposition, and we all know it's glaring that Ambassador Bwaka is the front runner right now in terms of all those who are opposed to this government. So I would say if Ambassador Bwaka is not the one, be it Councillor Gonglo, Mr. Cummins, whoever the Liberian people agree to see as their next leader, be taken seriously. And my clarion call and my fervent appeal to all of our people who are opposed to George, we are inept and terrible government, is that we all unite forces. I am telling you, it will hurt my heart worse to see any party or anyone aligned with the opposition voting for George. If we were to go to a runoff, which is likely going to be the case. And because we are time constrained, I'd like to say continuously, long live our common patrimony in Liberia. As we grow in age, it is always my ardent hope that we grow in wisdom.
Thank you. All country, growing wisdom. Good one. Go ahead, Sylvester, let's hear you.
All right, thank you. There's a saying that goes like this. Water that is begged for does not quench the thirst. Right? So when we're talking about peace does not mean you sit down and be treated anyway. Peace, you fight for it. When you fight for it, you respect it and you maintain it. Anything that is given to you freely, you don't value it. Okay? So what we're talking about is a crucial election. Less than 20 days to deciding. We all want to remove these tyrants these hooligans, these people who don't value human beings, ritualistic killing, extrajudicial killing, you name it, corruption. That's, in fact, not corruption, looting. Because corruption needs some level of intelligence. Looting by get taken. That's what we're seeing happening in our beloved country that we have at heart. And so we're talking about election matter. And some people saying, oh, we got to keep the peace. And then we think that peace in our country? To be hungry all day at peace? You broke the chair all right at peace? The only thing going on firing. But some type of war going on in some type of place. Joblessness and not peace. That's why people walk in the street angrily. And the thing that they want to change, to change their life, and you want to mess with it, and you say, let's maintain the peace? No way. We can maintain the peace. This is a revolutionary mandate. Friday will galvanize men. And anyone that's political party that decides to be neutral will know the people then who on CDC side. There are some people who call themselves opposition, but they are CDC in disguise. If they don't show up, and if they attempt, we will attempt. So Friday we will see. I stop there.
Thank you. Let's move to you, Prince, for your closing, sir.
Look, gentlemen, let me just close by concluding that what is going on in our country right now, we got 19 days to election. 19 days, 1-9. On your side, already 18 days. Or 19 days to your side. On our side, is 19 days. I urge every political party who got a representative in Liberia, who you voting for, what a JMBO, what a Kumizo, what a Gonglo, I want you to flood that place. If possible, people should not even go to work. When you block offices and close offices, close junction, the world will get to know the election commission. Madam Brown will know that Liberians are resolved and they need their government to get out of our way. People want to, just what my brother said, people want to come home. Every year, people want to come home. To come see people still suffering 24/7. And I take charge of the world to Madam Davis. Even the angel of heaven will not save you. Do not tamper with Liberian people election. Don't tamper with it. I resolve.
Thank you very much. Let's take Rudolph.
You know, Nelson, I mean, I am siding with all of what the brothers have said. You know, peace is not the mere absence of war; it's the presence of justice. And we see today that there is no justice in the country, so Liberia is not peaceful, guys. And Nelson, in these trying times, in these critical times, it's important that the people themselves become their own liberators.
Thank you.
We are not go. My man, I ain't done yet, but you gave me 2 minutes. I ain't go 20 seconds.
No, I gave you 30 seconds to conclude. It's
So,
already 3 a.m. We gotta go.
I am going to add my voice to the voices of all of these guys and to that of Senator Tilon. On Friday, let's come out in our numbers. Let's come out in our numbers and let's make noise. I would say that let's make noise. Thank you.
Thank you. Cindy, 30 seconds, sir.
30 seconds.
Yes.
Well, it was a good show. We talked about the issues that I think that is common to all of us, which is the issue of our election being protected. So Liberians, protect your votes. Again, I said earlier that I do support the protest that is being called by Senator DeLong. I think he should go ahead with the protest on Friday if the people don't meet his deadline. And hopefully the election will be free, fair, transparent, and that we will vote in Mr. Alexander Cummings come October 10th. Thank you.
Thank you. Ture, 30 seconds.
Yeah, my people, my Liberian people, you already know what's up. You already know what's up. This is serious. This is crucial. This is go time. Any attempt, there will be an attempt. You have the only right you have as a citizen is that one vote. And that circle only come every 6 years. So use it wisely. And for Friday Pie, everybody go out there, man. ANC, ALP, whatever PPP. Go out there, make your voices heard. Make the president and the administration to understand that this is a serious matter and this election is dead near to your heart.
Thank you. Moba, 30 seconds. Sir.
Yeah, thank you. You know, my colleague said it all. I will not, dive into it, but I want to try to electing the first time voters. All the people who just turned 18 or maybe 20 are voting. We beg you. You shouldn't vote for George. We are based on y'all know he's a football player. He opened a tournament. He opened a dancing competition. He carry musician. You vote for your future. I can remember. Oh, my man, damn it.
It's 3 a.m. We gotta go. I'm
okay, yeah, conclude my 30 seconds now. We gotta even conclude. Yeah. They may not call me off.
I'm under pressure. We gotta go.
Nelson, you said Nelson. No, Nelson tired.
So, I mean, to all my first-time voters, y'all, please, y'all make y'all do to vote for JMB so you can be able to get job, work, and survive and sustain yourself. You shouldn't depend on job. You will not get a job. After this election, he will dump y'all. Y'all listen to EU. After this election, he will dump y'all. Y'all get your come to your senses. Your vote. Joseph Yuma Baga as president and submit.
And then one more thing.
So Nelson, that's how much hard time on here.
At least when we can make Cummings Memorial City mayor,
Thank you, gentlemen. We want to say thanks a lot for being here tonight. Thanks to everyone for your contribution. Thanks to you, Ture. Thanks to you, Eston. Thanks to you, Prince. Thanks to you, Rudolph. Thanks to you, Cindy. And then Moba. We appreciate all of you for being here tonight. We look forward to having a great show tomorrow. To come again, we want to say to our listeners, our viewers, have for yourselves a good night or a good evening, and bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Good night, gentlemen.
See you guys tomorrow, man.
Pleasure being here, man.
Good night.
All the way. RIB.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, Stan Tunnel with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charge it.